When Francia Raisa donated her kidney to Selena Gomez back in 2017, the world watched what appeared to be one of the most selfless acts of friendship unfold in Hollywood. Fast forward to today, and the actress who literally gave part of herself to save Selena's life is finally breaking her silence on the persistent rumors that have swirled around their relationship for years. If you want to see how this unfolds, hit that subscribe button because this story has more layers than you might expect. The 37-year-old actress recently sat down for an interview that has everyone talking. Francia didn't hold back when addressing the elephant in the room, the alleged feud that tabloids and social media have been feeding on for months. She made it crystal clear that all the talk about bad blood between her and Selena amounts to nothing more than rumors. But here's where things get interesting. Francia brought up something that had everyone raising their eyebrows: Selena's recent wedding to Benny Blanco, an event that Francia notably did not attend. While the guest list for Selena's wedding read like a who's who of Hollywood royalty, Francia's name was conspicuously absent. Taylor Swift was there, looking every bit the supportive best friend. Steve Martin and Martin Short, Selena's beloved co-stars from Only Murders in the Building, showed up to celebrate. Zoe Saldana graced the occasion with her presence. The Hilton sisters, Paris and Nikki, were among the attendees. Even Ed Sheeran made an appearance. The absence of the woman who gave Selena a second chance at life couldn't help but fuel speculation about the true state of their relationship. The interview took place at what appeared to be a bookstore event, and Francia chose to address Selena's wedding in Spanish, adding a personal touch to her comments. She expressed genuine happiness for Selena's new chapter, acknowledging that her former friend is now married and has achieved incredible success, including billionaire status. Francia emphasized her gratitude for having been able to help Selena when she needed it most. There was something in the way she spoke that suggested acceptance, perhaps even a sense of peace with whatever distance has grown between them. But Francia wasn't done. When the interviewer asked her what advice she would give to anyone considering organ donation, her response revealed something deeper about how she views the entire situation. She explained that from the very beginning, doctors made it clear to her what organ donation really means. It's not about creating an unbreakable bond or expecting eternal gratitude. It's about making a choice to save a life. Plain and simple. Francia used a striking analogy to drive her point home. She compared organ donation to giving money to a charity like St. Jude. When you donate $1 to a charitable organization, you don't call them up later asking what they did with your specific dollar. You gave it freely, and what happens after that is out of your hands. This perspective offers a window into Francia's mindset and perhaps explains why the rumored rift doesn't seem to weigh as heavily on her as people might expect. She went into the kidney donation with her eyes wide open, understanding that the act itself was the point, not whatever relationship might or might not continue afterward. There's a maturity in that approach, a recognition that sometimes the most profound gifts we give to others come with no strings attached and no expectations of reciprocity. The kidney donation itself happened during one of the darkest periods of Selena's life. She was battling lupus, a chronic autoimmune disease that was attacking her organs. When Selena's kidneys began to fail, she faced a terrifying reality. Without a transplant, her life was in serious jeopardy. Francia stepped up in a way that most people can barely comprehend. She volunteered to undergo major surgery, to part with one of her own organs, to endure the pain and risks of the procedure, all to give her friend a chance at survival. The surgery took place in the summer of 2017, and both women shared their journey with the world through social media posts that touched millions of hearts. Selena posted a photo from her hospital bed, holding hands with Francia, both of them looking exhausted but alive. The caption thanked Francia for her incredible sacrifice and spoke about the challenges they had faced together. The post went viral instantly, with fans praising Francia for her heroism and expressing relief that Selena would be okay. For a while, everything seemed perfect between them. They appeared together at events, posted about each other on social media, and spoke glowingly about their friendship in interviews. Francia became known not just as an actress, but as the woman who saved Selena Gomez's life. It was a title she wore with grace and humility. But as time passed, observers began noticing subtle changes. The social media interactions became less frequent. Public appearances together dried up completely. When Selena would talk about her close friends in interviews, Francia's name seemed to disappear from the conversation. The first real sign that something might be off came when Selena referred to Taylor Swift as her only friend in the industry during an interview. Fans immediately noticed the omission of Francia, the woman who had literally given her a kidney. The internet exploded with speculation. Had something happened between them? Was there a falling out? Why would Selena seemingly erase Francia from her inner circle after such a monumental act of friendship? Neither woman addressed the rumors directly for a long time, which only made the speculation grow more intense. Social media sleuths analyzed every post, every interview, every public appearance, looking for clues about what might have gone wrong. Some theories suggested that Francia felt taken for granted. Others proposed that the intensity of going through such a medical ordeal together had actually created distance rather than closeness. Some wondered if outside influences, perhaps other friends or romantic partners, had driven a wedge between them. Francia eventually did speak out once before this recent interview, giving a brief statement to a media outlet where she said she was grateful for the experience and that she didn't regret her decision, but she also made it clear that she and Selena had different lives now. The comment was carefully worded, neither confirming nor denying a rift, but it did little to quiet the rumor mill. If anything, it fed the narrative that something had indeed changed between them, even if neither was willing to spell it out explicitly. Now, with this new interview, Francia is offering the most detailed explanation yet of how she views the situation. Her emphasis on the donation being just that, a donation, suggests she's made peace with whatever the current state of their relationship might be. She's not angry, she's not bitter, and she's not seeking acknowledgement or praise. She did what she felt was right at the time, and she's moved on with her life. There's a quiet dignity in that approach, a refusal to play the victim or to demand something from Selena that Selena apparently isn't able or willing to give. The timing of this interview is particularly significant given that it comes on the heels of Selena's wedding, an event that would naturally bring up questions about Francia's absence. By addressing it head-on and wishing Selena well, Francia is attempting to put the speculation to rest once and for all. She's saying, in essence, that she harbors no ill will, that she's happy for Selena's success and happiness, and that people need to stop trying to create drama where none exists. But can we really take her words at face value? Is it possible that there's more to the story than Francia is letting on? The fact remains that someone who donated a kidney to you would typically be someone you'd want at your wedding, especially a wedding filled with celebrities and friends. The absence speaks volumes, even if Francia is graciously downplaying it. Maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. Maybe they didn't have a dramatic falling out, but they simply grew apart in the way that friends sometimes do, especially after going through something as intense and life-altering as a major medical crisis together. What makes this situation so fascinating is that it challenges our assumptions about friendship and gratitude. We want to believe that when someone does something as incredible as donating an organ, it creates an unbreakable bond. We expect the recipient to feel eternally grateful and to keep that person close for the rest of their lives. But real life is messier than that. People change, relationships evolve, and sometimes even the most profound shared experiences don't guarantee lasting closeness. Francia seems to understand this better than most. Her analogy about the charitable donation reveals a philosophy that not everyone would be able to embrace. She gave without expecting anything in return, not even continued friendship. That's a level of selflessness that goes beyond the physical act of donation itself. It's an emotional and psychological selflessness that allows the other person to move on without guilt or obligation. For Selena's part, she has remained largely silent on the specifics of her relationship with Francia. She hasn't confirmed or denied any rumors, hasn't explained Francia's absence from her wedding, and hasn't publicly acknowledged the speculation that has swirled around them for years. That silence could mean many things. Maybe she's trying to protect Francia's privacy. Maybe she's uncomfortable with the situation and doesn't know how to address it. Or maybe she simply doesn't feel the need to explain her personal relationships to the public. What we do know is that both women have moved forward with their lives. Francia continues to work as an actress, taking on various roles in television and film. She's also become an advocate for organ donation, using her platform to encourage others to consider becoming donors. Selena, meanwhile, has built an empire. She's achieved success in music, acting, and business, becoming one of the most influential and wealthy entertainers in the world. She's found love with Benny Blanco and has surrounded herself with a tight-knit group of friends who support her. The story of Francia and Selena serves as a reminder that even the most extraordinary acts of kindness don't come with guarantees about the future. Life is complicated, relationships are complex, and sometimes the most generous thing we can do is give freely and then let go of any expectations about what comes next. Francia appears to have learned that lesson well. If this story got you thinking about friendship, sacrifice, and what we owe to each other, make sure you subscribe to stay updated on more compelling stories that make you see the world differently. Francia's grace in handling this situation offers a masterclass in dignity and selflessness that we could all learn from.